The views and opinions expressed on this show by the host do not necessarily state or reflect those of the channel. Furthermore, the views and the opinions of the guests do not reflect those of the host and the channel. Also, we do not encourage you to try this at home. We are trained professionals who do not have your best interest at heart or our own. Enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
welcome to the greatest podcast on the planet.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yolana eti po 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 po.
And they tipping me off. I know you from the inside out. We do some real talking at my mama's house. We finna get something for $1. We might just head home in a Honda. But are you ready? I am ready. Don't keep me waiting. I'm okay. I'm just minutes away. You can call me any day. You can call me we play. But are you ready? I am ready. Don't keep me waiting.
oh yeah,
So I follow some, not all of them.
yeah,
There is specific individuals, our interviewer that I like or
Yeah.
have to hear
I think
this.
it's soon as I get to that.
Okay.
Yeah,
So ngiyathanda ukulandela. So half the times you don't see
the behind the scenes.
yes. So I always wonder ukuthi phambili ngale kulama camera angu-5. What? So when you say a phone in the phone now,
I feel like normal setup, they should be like I think 4 cameras, if not 3,
okay.
depending on the number of people that are presenting the show.
Okay.
Ngabo. But reason you can start a podcast ngamafona ayi-2, ngifone ayi-1 ngiyokuthatha ivideo.
Video.
Ifoni yesi-2 isondeze eduzane capture isound. I remember on our first episodes, before really we knew what to do with our mics. Sasi Sasi tata mic singala like lokho sesiplug ekho ongekho lokho.
Oh.
Ongekho sasila mics kuphela. So what we do is we'll come here ama mics fake intambo kuphela and then sifake ifone lena. Phone ye recorder but you know
But
just
lapha
kidding.
you want to give abantu the impression.
Yeah,
yokuthi,
just kidding.
Wow.
Ama mics ukuthi khona.
Wow. Okay.
Yi podcast like you don't need much. When I feel like kumelele ukuthi ama resources akho abe enough to start something. You don't become the best at
Or even you don't start it.
Yeah.
Because uzahlala lokhu sithi angabi la lokhwana.
Yeah.
Manje nxa kubuye khona kwana okade ukhuluma ngakho then you're like but angabi la lokhwana.
Yeah. Because I feel like if you can perform or record whatever you are recording with the bare minimum resources, mouse uthole into zonke eseziphelele. You're the most dangerous person in
Yeah,
the
true.
world, bro.
Yeah, true. No, I get it. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. No, someday you are thinking, maybe these are things one can be doing at home, inspired by you, of course, guys. To
Yeah.
say, why not? I've got so much stories to tell. Ezinye zangona ziyakushoka la ukuthi
Yeah. Yeah, you should consider starting in ranges. So
I'll actually bring my son ngama holidays for lessons.
oh yeah.
He loves
sound.
he loves all these things. He's a
Yeah.
tech guy. He just loves, he creates some beats, he does crazy stuff. But he loves these things.
You'd master this.
We are the right crew.
So that at least kusasa, he can also say, Gulento one that I learned from Bulawa Mimis through my dad, and now I'm doing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Not only school, not saying school is wrong, but
Yeah,
it's good
you
to
can
learn sometimes these other small
Yeah,
things.
you can do ezinye izinto like exciting. Nazinto engathi inhlekisile namhlanje ngisuke endlini nani. Abadala bambuza bathi interview abani ngabatshela. they're like enanzelela ukuthi abantu osuba interviewer or abantu ohlala labo kakhulu ku podcast yakho ngabantu othi ukhule like umncane like not uthi ngifuna ukugugisa hayi
No.
I don't even cookies, but I think give me mind blowing ukuthi like never in my life did I think ukuthi watching you guys as a kid one day ngizabe sengihleli lawo so ngikubuza imbuzo imphendule
So kungobuza mina.
sekuyimi imbuzo
I think that's the beauty of life in general. Remember what you are saying? Lami ngikhula kulabanye abantu that I used to look up to and say, ha, njani? Will I ever get an opportunity yokuba duze nje kwakhe? Just even singakhulumanga, but nje duze. But ngempilo and what we do, one day uyethuka uhlezi phansi either unathi coffee or i-coke or whatever. Nalo ya muntu wawuhlala usithi kambe mina. I'll give you a classic. I think bengimncane kakhulu lapha bekushutwa uPower of One bekungu-91 lapha but early
damn bro
yeah bekushutwa uPower of One bengimncane ngangapha mazingaku grade 4 5 or 6 thereabout so Power of One starring or the main guy Morgan Freeman.
damn
Yes, and then thina lokuthi Morgan Freeman
ngongakwazi
then Alois Moyo, one of our seniors emakhosi then was meant to play a supporting role to Morgan Freeman. So because Power of One was also short la go Bulawayo emachobana nguboyenja machobana in some parts of Bulawayo. Kwasokudingwa ama extra amongst the extras we were thrown in ukuba ngabantwana though mina ngaxotsho. Labanye. But all I'm trying to say is over a few minutes or so we were
in the same room.
We were 2 or so meters away from Morgan Freeman. And ngithe ngikhulile sengiqala ukuyambukela e-movie house. I was like, phela uthi umntu mina ngiyamazi. And when you say that ebantwini
About believe. About believe. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to a special edition of the ByoPodcast Ingxoxo 99.
I like the ingxoxo part.
Yeah, because you are affiliated with something that has to do with Ingxoxo.
Exactly.
And Ngitengibala, I was like, yeah. Same WhatsApp group.
Exactly.
But yeah, today we're joined by, I like to believe with him. In my world, yabo, like emhlabeni wami ngiyedwa mase ngiyi-1 ngingala muntu ozamphikisa yabo, like you are one of the legends yabona engikhule ngilibukele ku TV. Nakhona futhi okunye it depends ukuthi ngini belile ZBC or belile DSTV. Funny thing is I was actually having a conversation with abangani, I think about 2 before coming here.
Right.
And I was just asking them ukuthi lalibukela ama shows ZBC, I'm like mina vele dishing khaya yafawa ngo-2000 na yo. But today we are joined by Zenzo Nyathi.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the show. Do we say like bro or malume?
No.
Mdala.
No. Mdala is even a bit hey, we are true someone. But sesikhulile nyana.
Yeah.
We can't run away from that. But with me khululega. It can be forward, it can be bright, it can whatever comes first. Yeah. I'm that guy, nje. I'm that guy.
Yeah, chill guy. But otherwise, how are you doing?
No, I'm blessed, Baba. I'm seriously blessed. And also happy to be here. As to my podcast, so we feel important or special.
Yeah, you are actually important. Eh? The fact that we came all the way from like usuke distance ekachana kakhulu ukuthi abezohlala lathi phansi. We we really appreciate you for that. Before sikhuluma like ngezinto associated with what you do in the film and theater industry, can you tell us a bit about your upbringing. Like, give us a context of a household okhulelekiyo as a kid.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So this guy wazalelwa ekhaya. Not even ngoBulawayo.
Yeah.
And from what I gather kumama wami, not even esibhedlela. It was at home, like nkaya, kitchen. To be specific, yes, a kitchen.
Yeah.
And growing up, I was a sickly child, so I'm told. Then kwakule nickname ukoko angiphe wakuthiwa ngibancinci. Kuthiwa ngangi so tiny that yeah, that even umama was not sure ukuthi uzakhula lo muntu and be like a person opheleleyo.
Yeah.
And bathi ngangingadli so much, so I used to enjoy wild fruits, umbunzu, umviyo, all those imkojo, all those
Emakhaya.
Yes, now they sound funny because sesingaphe
Town.
So ngakhula ngithanda lokho ekhaya. And imuli yangikhaya, I think isikhule besigcwele iguma. Ngase besungu 12. Yeah, team yebhora le one sub.
So like when ubungwesingaki?
I think bengwes 11. No, bengwes 10 actually. Because ngilabana wami abangilandela abathathu.
Opposite wa last born.
Yeah, kind of. But okunye I think umdala wayengumseleku kind of, you know.
Oh. A man of many wives.
Well, not many though, but bebe two.
Okay.
Umama umdala wabhubha there, but besibafitshane thina sange simbone. Kuthi ukuthi thina besizalwa ngumama omncane. But otherwise imuli yankaya yikho kwenza mhlambe yaba that big ukuthi umdala nje befuna ukuthi abantu bakudala babekholela ukuthi indoda ngenkomo labantwana. So kuthi ukuthi like he was that kind. Ngafunda ke ekhaya grade 1 2. Then ngesikhathi sama dissident babetshwe njalo ngama disordant obudi labantu kuthiwa gogo badlulenini bebe bangaki.
So ama dissidents khuluma ngesikhathi lesane segugura hondi. Or it was
slightly after
the Kukura Hondi.
Yes. So, okwasuse ekhaya, give me it was a blessing in disguise because if that had not happened, kuthi ukuthi idorobho ngangizabe ngibona ka1 maybe ngomnyaka sizovakatsha or lizothengela impahla zeChristmas. So ngalesiyana sikhathi I think abazali felt akusahlaleke ekhaya because amajita lawana ayehlupha. So sase si transfer from rural to edorobheni.
Like now city babe hlupha babe senzani?
Besibafitshane but I'll give you a classic. Kuntambama, you have just done your supper or dinner ngikwazi ukuqalisa ukuthi nizikhathi ziyangiconfuse but ngiyakwazi ukudla kwantambama. They will then just walk in maybe abangu 2 or 3 and say kumasalu and the bigger sisters sicela lisiphekele iqhude silibonile silugwini senkukhu singu 11 lizasifica emasimini lapha. Now so ngama 5 and so kumele osisi babe busy to cook for these guys abathe bangu 11 emasimini. When they go there you get deliver the meal bafica ukuthi maybe bangu 4 or 5 but linalipheka idramu yempuphu yesitshwala thinking abantu abangu 11. But it was that time, it was then. And thina engubongelayo ukuthi kwezinye ndawo you would hear incidences of abuse, rape and all that, but githi no akuzange kufike lapho. So I think the parents felt it's no longer that safe. Everyone had to then move to town. And the sad part is that when people left their rural homes, they just left. Imagine ulenkomo, ulembuzi, ulezifuyo, you just leave. That's how it was. So we just left, meaning to say the parents lost a lot of things. That's why sometimes mawungakhuluma labanye abantu abazileyana era, they are somewhat bitter always. And ongaziyo would think baya, you know, abantu baya. But that's how it was.
Abantu abala unity. But it boils down to izinto ezinjalo ezisenzakala.
Yes, you are like ubaba mwele nkomo ezingu 21 that time. And
so like lathi lisuka usuka uyi1 wena or lasuka as a family.
Sasuka siyimuli. Sahle sasuka ukuvala nje ikhaya ukuthi nomo muzi.
Inkomo zasala.
Everything. So that's how it was. It meant ukubuyela emakhaya I think 11, 12 or 15 years later usuhamba usiyaqala from zero.
So like ngali Malibuza abantu lizama ukugather like information. But what happened to izindlu zenu? What happened to izifuyo zenu elalizichile khona ngale?
Izindlu zadiliga, of course, but izifuyo, no one will give you a clear answer, so to say. Why? Because laye lo mbuza uza kutshela ukuthi lami at such a time I left.
Yeah.
So everyone was saying lami ngachiya, abanye bathi ayithi sahambisa ezethu komalume ngaphi ngaphi salagisa and just left. So you can't even ask anyone. Yeah. So yeah, it was that era and people lost. But for me, like I said, it was a blessing in disguise because yes, I came to town.
Yeah, you came to town. So can we say you had a pleasant childhood considering all that happened to Mgcini?
I would say so. Though flashes keep coming. You know, sometimes especially people that did not see, or people that don't know, or people that choose not to. Abanye abantu would say abantu bendaweni nje kumba besigaba esinje bayakhala kakhulu, abantu bendaweni nje bayacomplain. Exactly, because gabazi ukuthi kwakusenzakalani.
Yeah.
But because bengimfitshane okunye kwakhona you are like maybe it was meant to happen, and so what is singaphili kakhulu in the past.
In the past, yeah.
And look ahead. That's why probably I also ventured into arts. It was a form of therapy. It wasn't just about ngile passion, I can do it, but it was also to heal myself in a small way.
So can we say that some of your childhood experiences influenced your love for arts and theatre?
Exactly. You know when we then came to town, ngiyakhumbula ukuthi ngabe ngizokwenza grade 3 eLoche Primary. The first thing that just wowed me was football. Amakorokoza, every youngster wanted to be a footballer because of obvious reasons, the likes of Omadinda Ndlovu, or rather the Ndlovu brothers, and about the late Benjamin Konjera. We grew up with those guys, looking up to them, being inspired by them. And wautungahambe Tabiso a youth center, every youngster wanted to be a footballer.
Itabiso yikho lapho ku trainelwa khona ibhora, or it's just everything football related? And
yes,
even
it used to be a proper youth center. Then we used to have youth centers where kids would go, bayodlala, bayofunda, discover. So ibhora was one of the top things yayisenziwa eThabiso. And for me, I went there for football, not anything else. I wasn't that good, neither was I that bad. I would say I was an average player. Ngangikwana ku first 11. So kuthi ukuthi ngangiride. So ekhanda ngangilakona ukuthi ngelinye ilanga people would come a BF just to watch me play. That was me in primary. Then angazi ngomunye umnyaka ngase ngikubo grade 6 7. Amakhosi just came to do kulenye indawo eMakorokoza ku First Street between flats ethu imadlela lehlala nokule Tower Light. So indawo lena whenever kusiba lama gatherings awe community abantu babuthana khona lapha. So angikwazi amakhosi okwenza habuya azophomba ukugida freely lapha na kuyini. I can't remember well, but engikwazi
amakhosi I dance group.
It was a theater, Amakorokoza Theatre Productions. They used to be why did I say use? But they used to be they used to be a proper theater company. So they did literally everything that was arts, be it dance, be it theater, be it acting. So they tried to do literally everything. So I think that very year they were taking their play Aitwa Teacher to Europe.
Teacher.
Yes.
I remember of course I'm completely like clearly, but I remember hearing his teacher at some point. Yeah.
Yes.
Okusazi.
Dog. Mangitshela sithi ngiyanging.
So babuya lapana and just did beats of Teacher. Befuna nje ukukholisisa the people beMakorokoza abahleli bebasupporta, and to also do farewell, like we are traveling to Europe, so this is what we'll be taking there. So when I watched that, I was like, so there are people who do this. I love this. I want to do this. But now you are caught in between football and this. And you're at the back of my mind, I'm saying, how do I even get there because I don't even know these guys. But into abayenzayo speaks to me, man.
Yeah.
This I can do.
Yabusizwa man ukuthi
This
lokhu
I can actually do. Then someone says, when usabala look, they're actually traveling to Europe. And you're like, what? Just to go and do
do
this?
that. In back of your mind, you're like, I can also do that.
That's how it started. That's how that seed was planted and nurtured. So when Amakosi went out there, I then was left trying to find ways of being a part of this group ethiwa ngamaKhosi. Bayenzela ngaphi into zabo kungenwa njani kudingakala yes. Ngapha lokho ngidlala ibhola. And then I was playing for Zimbabwe since juniors. Ngase ngilimale ebholeni. You know, God does these things ngendlela yakhe sometimes weird but for your good.
Yeah. So into endokuyinanzelela ukuthi ngesikhathi kusenzakala like we are always angry yabona ukuthi why uNkulunkulu evumela ukuthi into enje isenzakala kimi.
Yes, manje for mina classic was ngikhaya vele. Remember abadala bethu bebe old school. Ibhora, idrama, into lezi kibo.
Esikolo bebhadala ifees.
So ukuye ebhoreni ngangisneaker actually ngangithatha advantage ukuthi umdala uyabe semsebenzini amasalo wayengaboni match omama babe izwi ukudlala isidayiza so ngangiphuma emini ngabuye esikolo do my homework quickly and just disappear bese ngiye ngubo yenjani yo train ibhora but now usulimela kusafihleki
asomele ukhulume iqiniso
ngikhaya sokumele babe kwazi ukuthi umntwana kwenzakala so and yes so emva kokulimala my father said no more football. Amfuna ukuzwa. So give me it was like okay. Yeah, I think so we gap yokuthi ngidinge lay part I can do also. I then looked for Amakhosi, was told ukuthi every Thursday bayabuya Stanley Square bezogida. So every Thursday I mean I would go and watch. Then I said nanze kulabantwana abangangami who are also a part of. And I was like so ngizihluphelani why not just go join and be a part of them. But then bekungafani ngensuku zankono wawungapomba ukuyajoyina ngani ngumuntu ojoyina some community whatever.
Yeah.
you had to pay membership fee and it was a lot of money for me then. Ngangaphambanisi kwakuyi $25. And ubabami ngibona ngani salary yakhe yeviki yayikubo 60. So ukuthi uthi ngipa
25 yaqala usithini
it's like taking half his salary ukuya join into ezingalamsebenzi in their view. So anti sisiye esikolo besinikwa i-tax money nganikwa izuka i5 cents or 10 cents at most every day. Then because boys being boys bese singenangena sigezisa imota zabanye siyoganga kwezinye ndawo mbijana kuphuma ama5 bobo $1. So mina I kept saving whatever was given ukuthi ngiraise
imali to join
$25 ngiyojoin Amakhosi. Eventually I got it, paid and became a part of Amakhosi Children's program in 1992. Should be March.
1992.
Yes.
Ngaphi ngo1992 do?
I don't know. Ngangekho.
Ngokusengama my talking stage.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the part. Yeah. Tina ngabo 1992 zase siyaxokozela emakhosini.
So $25 lano ibhatala was it once off payment to join or beku monthly?
No, it was a once off payment. I think that was the beauty of it. It also made you feel like a part of, yonke into ikhipela imali vele nje uyithatha serious. I think ukutshengisela nje ukuthi labo ba serious azange bavule nje ukuthi wonke umuntu buya. No, you had to part with something so that you become
ube serious.
Yeah. So that was it.
Because awungeza kufike urelax ukwazi ukuthi imali yangikhona ikuthethe how many months ukuthi uyisave. Awukebe zikule problem.
So that's where the journey of the arts started in 1992 around March. And still at home they didn't know. Angizange ngikhulume phela kibo ukuthi sengisiya join
into the arts.
No. I just kept it a secret. And children's program yayihlangana every Saturday. During the week, not really, because they also encouraged us to go to school, learn because it's important. Every Saturday from 10 to 4. that's where the problem was again. 10 to 4 kumele ngibe semakhosi. Nkhaya ungavela unyamalale from 10 kuze kube no4. Hey.
So inkinga.
Nxa uzuphendwa kumele ube lesizathu sibile sibambekayo sokuthi from ekseni sometimes plus asuka itiya ngona ungakanathi because yabe ingakaphekwa and then you could not make tea for yourself kumele umelele phela imuli yonke lihla so uyabona kuyakuphuzela lokho mana ngichaye banzi ngiyebona amajita serious how so that's how it was. I think for 2 years or so my parents never knew ukuthi I'm part of Amakorokoza.
Kept it a secret.
I tried hard, baba. My elder brother was also part of Amakorokoza. So yena wayesengathi ukhulile nyana. So kuye
ngokulula.
But mina nganga
akuzange ngofika ku position yokuthi yena ngiyosetshela abadala ukuthi umfana ngitshona la ngani.
Bona ke advantage was they were doing Monday to Friday.
Okay.
Because wayeseyenzile all levels zakhe when he decided to. So kuye
lalinga clash.
Mina iminganyamalala kuphela bese ngithi mvele eBoreni eloni yadlala imbhejo London. I always found a story. But now saying semakhosi 1992, 1993, 1994 kwabuya kwathiwa yini isikolo lesiyana some school from Norway. They wanted to do a cultural exchange with Amakorokoza. Vele kuyabe kuza ku-expose kuphela.
At some point.
Yes. Now, our late great Konti Mhlanga then says, guys, there is an opportunity here, but it's only for 8 youngsters. 4 boys, 4 girls. And we are about 27 juniors. Now, how do they get the 8? Ukonto says, no, kulula lokho. We'll do an audition. Yeah, kulaza ukuthi ubani ujayela ubani. No, we will do an audition.
Be fair and square.
Yes, those that make it will travel to Europe for 3.5 weeks. We all wanted, Baba. Europe from China. We all wanted. So, sa audition still mnangalo ke ngikumute angabathi
secret.
Yeah, phela into yami le yakumela ngayi kungangihlupha kusasa lokho. I make the grade to be part of the 8 that are to travel to Europe.
Now you have to tell your parents
Yeah,
whether they like it or not.
Kusaqashe.
Because bekulula ukucatsha from 10 usiyashaya 4.
Yeah, but now 3.5 weeks.
Yeah, so good shit.
So cheat.
And so kumele phela uphiwe uthathe twani ipassport.
Lawa indemnity abazayo sokumele bayenze.
So kufuneka umzala sign ukuthi okay lami ngiyavuma ukuthi umntana mabe part of this.
Yeah.
Hey. But me being me, I think I've always been an actor. Ngapha emakhosi kwakunzima ukubatshela ukuthi ngikhaya kuyabheda. Ngikhaya kunzima futhi ukubatshela ukuthi sengize emakhosi.
Bona vele bonke vele nje bethu kunzima ukuthi bahlanganise.
My only bet was ukuya eMzilikazi esikolo. eMzilikazi was good ngangu second class. Yabona iThomlezane ezenza ama sciences and yeah so yeah. Ngapha ngidlala ibhola. The late great Chiromo loved football also. So as long as wawudlala ibhola eMzilikazi, Chiromo would do anything, man. So mina ngase ngisiye esikolo. Advantage eMzilikazi sasihamba singu4. Ababesemakhosi bekhethiwe to be part of the team that will travel. So ku-headmaster usela abantu abakhe abangu4 abaya e-Europe. Like kwasekumenza wafila you know.
It's a good thing for the school.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when I went there ngaya ukuthi no mina ngile challenge. My parents don't even know I do this. And now that we are supposed to travel to Europe, can we make it as if
it's a school
thing in partnership with Amakorokoza because Amakorokoza does this cultural thing.
Yeah.
Chiromo said, not a problem, we'll write the letter.
One time. I'll
So the school wrote the letter to my parents as if it's their thing, but via Amakorokoza because they are the group.
Yeah.
So that was easy.
Yeah, Ubaba
was over the moon. What?
But did you think ukuthi kube like you approached him umtshela ukuthi anomdala?
I'd been doing this. And so the opportunity nje sibile. Why is that?
Not that man, baba. May his dear soul rest in peace. Ngiyakwazi ukuthi umdala wami wayeza nje uthi amfuna ukuzwa and lapho ke kwakuzaba wesi. Because emulini yanga okokuqala akula mntwana wayeke wagadi from China then. La ubaba ngikhola ukuthi wayele passport waze wayazibhubhela. So hey.
Ngokuze bayinkinga.
Europe, not even eGwanda. Because I'll tell you what he did. Esebona incwadi. Wahamba wathenga kuthiwa Indiana i-world map then ibhorade lana
i-globe.
Yeah. Walithwala wahamba la emsebenzini. Esiyatshengisa amajita spana lawo ukuthi umntana wami uzabe suka la abeselibhodisa so
esiyala.
So wayeseze wadweba la ngemakha. And everyone emsebenzini wayesembona
njengendodi.
And he was so proud. And wayengazi now ukuthi kule financial reward as well. Neither did we know. Tina we thought siyazihambele Europe nje abantwana siyahamba nduka gita it will be fun and all. But before we went, sanikwa $500.
Cabanga ukuthi wajoina ngemalini. 25.
Sanikwa $500. It was a lot. It was a lot. Ngaswela lokuthi nya kwathiwa ngiyokuthi liyokwenza shopping before you go because asifuna uhamba la ndingathi alikho you know. Hamba ndiyodinga ama-jacket nyana ama-turkeys and look
nice. Yeah.
Abafuna ukudinga amathwana izikhwama lezi ezihudulwayo ezilamaviri.
Suitcase.
Yeah, because kuyagodola lama-jacket. So when I got the money, mina I knew we were not that up family there, but my father could afford.
Yeah.
So kwakuyilokho ukuthi no, I don't really need all these things abakhuluma ngazo. Wothi ngithatha imali engiyenika umdala. Bese ngimtshela ukuthi kuthwe ngiyokuthi sithenge whatever we may be slacking kancane. So I gave him 500. You know what he did? First day ngimnika kwakungala ama-phone direct then. Wafonela esikole ekhaya, efonela umama. Ukuthi umama agade abuye etown. Yeah, because endlini kule 500.
Yeah, because aso mali yokuthi umuntu like ngaphongo isebenzi.
Khulumile wathi umdala like uthola 60. So that by 4 ngemonth umdala yakubani.
But I feel like
something. So this was like a bonus.
I feel like I respect umdala for doing that because like I decision engako yabona mele ithathu umama ekhona like as a family yabo akazange wafuna ukuthi yena azenzele neyi1 yabo.
Umama came kwathiwa so wena Zenzo ufuna ukuyenzani ngathi mina lami angisabisa. What I know we did sabhadala fees yami for the whole year and my siblings abangu3 for the bonke 500 and yeah and now you start to feel important uyabona ukuthi khona into engiyicontributayo ngoba uzanka lobana ngibenza because that's what people would say.
Uzanga
benza uzanka into ezingala ngqondo la. I started to feel okay. So nxa ngiphiwa 500 now kuthi ukuthi ngingaqinisela mbijana kukhona lapho kuyiwa khona man. But to cut a long story short, we went to Europe, had a good time, came back. We are the first guys ebantwaneni esabuya lama phone lawana le area le ayidonswa so ayemakhulu so ayefakwa la. Ngabukela ama video kade let Simon Chimbeto amaningi ubefaki
yabo pocket
lami ngangila yayihlonywa ngapha i-cellular phone kusala ama line awethelesele kuthiwa imango kuthiwa imango there.
Ngiyakhumbula
we were the first guys to have ama phone on lawana and we felt so important.
So like usubuye uvela eEurope, I'm sure usubuye exposed to a different type of lifestyle yabona sometimes we are mind blown yabona seeing ezinye izinto ozibona khona ngale. Then how is it like coming back yabo and coming back futhi usuthwele imali le cell phone umdala wa le cell phone
wayengela
yabo. Like
I think that's where most of us lose it. I'll be very honest. You will realize ukuthi kuma generations. Let me talk of my own generation and the older ones because the older ones ibesikhule sibakhangele sibahawukela sifisa ukuthi someday ngafika lapha abanye bakhona kabasekho like literally and abanye bakhona bengekho. You start to realize ukuthi it's things they could have avoided man. But beshorter a lot of schooling a lot of career guiding or guidance. Exposure is sharp, but ingabuya like
Gawan.
iyakulimaza ifana le mali. Imali right ibuya gradually plus
Mbijana.
ibuya usazi ukuthi ufuna ukwenzani nxa ingabuya. But singaba le million mla kade singala plan. Siyalala eDurban. Siyasukani khona phakathi kade senjase guys.
Okweningi ngathi siza kubona member.
Exactly. But over time bese siqala ukuregret. So I think a majority of us artists lost it that time and lost it then. And ungaba exposed to le malinyana, you become uncontrollable. Even umuntu ebuya lento sharp ezama ukusiza wena. Money talks uzanjelana ujealous because yena kala lokwana. I'll give a classic. Kulabanye obhuti bethu angifuni uqamba amabizo. One time they traveled overseas, came back. You know what they would do nxa siya in the shopping go hyper. Waya ama-tax angu-2 eyakhe le grocery. It's live. Akwenzwanga ngama-ovethu kuphela. No, even the artist did it. And abanye lokho bekwenza la manje. Because you are thinking, I'm on top of the world. I pay man.
Ngilemali mina.
Manje yo. But for thina abanye i-grounding lalapho khulele kona kuyasiza. Mina when I went, I came back. And when we came back, my first port of call besides director was so strict. I'll be very honest. Abazali bami were also so strict. So when I came back, ngiyakhumbula ukuthi ngafika lapha it was during the week and ubaba wayesem17. So when we arrived at home, bathi bezondropa kwathiwa Zenzo, what is it that you want to do first? Ngathi ngifuna ukuyabona ubaba. Endlini kwakungahlaleki with the little Norwegian crooners I had and whatever I had. I wanted to take this to my father first. Because ngathi singahlala la, what if omunye wabangani bami or even my brothers or sisters say, why don't we do
so and so?
So I had to take everything I had to Kubaba first to say, no, we are back Mtala and this is what we came with. Yeah. Lakhona futhi la I felt proud ukuthi mntanami ukuthi ucabanga different from majority. So that's how we were. Plus, I'll be honest, the late great Kondi Mhlanga was so strict, guys.
You director at that time.
Yeah, Kondi was something else. Wawuchayelwa into yakho. That's how he was.
So like emakhwesi la lifika ku point yokuthi babeli discipline like
kakhulu ayikwa kade singangincedise youngsters ungahwapha kancane attitude yachinja and ayitshintshi okwe moment leyo kuphela. Sometimes it takes weeks, months. Wanjela kubi. Tina, we didn't grow up like that. Tina sasingancengwa ukuba serious. Sasikuchayelwa ukuphuza eriesa. Akade abanye siyababheka because I'm a superstar maningi. There is a lot of youngsters asebekhulile bengakakhuli. That's where the difference is.
Ikola papa pambanisa khona. But do you think that indlela elikhulise ngayo lina versus indlela abantwana bakaresa abakhuliswa ngayo, is it necessary ku discipline umntwana via ukumshaya? Because karesi you'd find ukuthi kulabanye abantwana abathi thina sikhule sichaya and khona kusoko affectile mentally, we are depressed.
No, balamanga. Even the Bible says it, spare the rod and spoil a child. Yeah. Awuchayela ukubulala ngithi, uchayela ukukhuza. And ungananzelela ukukhula kwethu thina. Ubungabhomba ukuchaywa like because umzali ufuna ukukuchaya. Kwesinye isikhathi ukukhuzwa kokuqala, ukhuzwa kwesibili, baze bethi no.
Sudele.
Ukuthi lo phela
awusizwa.
Sefuna ke simfake kancane.
Sike simdiscipline.
So hayi thina sikhule sichaywa and mina lama abantwana ngiyabachaya.
Vela odla.
Ama rights bazabala emzini yabo.
Not to go up.
No.
So sesidlulile phase yokuthi into ozenzayo cela uzame ngincengele ukuthi like I reach volume yakho my sister ngani.
I think depressed.
Depressed.
But music but is soothing.
So like usudlulile like sesidlulile ku phase yokuthi izinto zenza emakhosi i-secret. I'm sure abadala sebekwazi
kade
reseption
kade sakusela secret.
Like
Everything is in the open now.
and i-reception yabo like injani so batshela ukuthi okay this is what I do.
I think umama are always easy. Maybe uhela angikwazi uhela ekwenzani but khonokho. Umama even from the onset akuzange kube too difficult.
Yeah.
I think zazile zani type ezithi no umeke umntwana ayenza into ayithandayo as long as esiye esikolo so it's okay. So umama akuzange kumhluphe kakhulu but ubaba still ngahambe Europe ngabuya. Ubaba wami it took him 10 or even 11 years after ukuphenduka kwami Europe lokutravel kade ngikwenza in between ukuthi azombukela mperform. He still felt into lezinye zabantu abangafundanga into lezinye zabantu abangalanto zokwenza like
So do you think ukuthi abantu abenza izinto lezi sizenzayo being in the creative space or theater and film ukuze abadala bakubelieve kumele uthutshele finances ukuthi abadala bakubelieve?
I think bona kibo end goal as long as kungabhadala
akola lutho akula wenzani.
So umdala wami I'll tell you one time ngam invite ngile show wathi ngizabuya. I even told amajita ukuthi namhla siyabe sile topi so guys it didn't show up. And kwabanzima futhi ukuthi ngimbuze ukuthi yindaba ungabuya because you can't say that.
Because at the end of the day ngumdala
you can't then say but mdala lawe yabona ngenzela iflop lapha. Then one time my elder brother ngansenza ishow kokuthiwa nguRex and Garbage. I play alone on stage. My elder brother says kuye Tobi asambe phela namhla uyobona uzenzo uyaperform emakhosi. And he's like no mina busy what. So umdala wami wayelezane eziphuzayo. Kodwa no kule bar futhi emakhosi uyabona.
Yebo wisha.
So ungabi le pressure ngiza kudingela nami izu2 or so then ubukela umfana. I think angikwazi wamsofta njani
wagcine
wabuya. So you know lami angikwazi ukuthi ku audience kulo mdala I do what I do ishow ipheli. After ishow sengisethu ukuthi
umdala
bekhona la and he says Zenzo why isikhathi sonke lezo ungantshela
ukuthi yikho likwenzayo but mdala ngazazi
yazi so iminyaka emngaki ngihlala ngithi uzobona kwathi hayi kade every time ngawusenza vele as long as lila ungitshele ngibuye ngizosupport. This is so that's how he eventually started watching and enjoying what I do, and I think that's when I then got the full blessings of the parents. And once you do get them, more doors
start to open.
Lamanye ungacabangela ukuthi azavuleka aqala nje ukuvuleka.
But being the grown man you are right now, like what do you appreciate about your dad? What do you appreciate about your mom?
For starters ungizala nje kungiletha kulomhlaba. And how solid they were as parents. They always wanted the best out of us, not mina nyedwa, but out of all of us. And from the I don't want to say little, from whatever umama never worked. Umdala wami ubele ndledorobheni lo muzi wakhe ekhaya. Umama loved more the rural life than the urban thing. Umama would come maybe once a term edorobheni. Ubaba nguye wayehamba every Saturday, Friday, every Friday or Saturday, that was my father. And the love that they showed us, singabantwana 12 of us baba. Lokuzama by all means to take us to school. Lokusifundisa nje ubuntu. You know, it hasn't been easy, especially tina abantu abakhulela emakasi lemakhaya. We are always seen otherwise ngabanye abantu thizeni. But I'm proud to say bengilabazali akade be so solid and loving their family so much. So the love that they gave to me is
so what you appreciate. Appreciate the most. Like okay, fast forward. Sizabe fast forward, sizabe rewind, sizabe shama throwback. Do you remember the first day seeing Nzambiza ngebizo just because yilo engilibonile not ukuthi ngiya disrespect but do you remember the first time ubona uNompilo who is your who is your wife?
And the story was plus a cup tea. I'll tell. Yes, I do. I cannot have the exact date, but I do. I was from Kenya.
Yeah.
I used to have friends who willing Klangalo, Simon, Mandimutsira. Simon is in South Africa. Willing does SAZIM.
Yeah.
Lomiwak Tong Samuel.
Yeah.
We were a clique. So Nompilo used to work a Haifelis. It was an entire baggage. I'm so I'm sure why 7 and before ngibone uNompilo, something had happened. I think 2 or so years back. Ngangi, you know, mina, like, I've never said this, but let me say it because someday people will know it anyway.
Yeah.
Ngilabantwana abang 4, right?
Yeah.
So uNompilo ngimbona ngangise spacini where I wasn't sure if I still want to have a wife or a woman in my life or not. Why? Because umama lo engangimthetho kokuqala. I won't say ngitshela secret.
Yeah.
Engangimthetho kokuqala had gone to SA and decided not to come back.
Not to come back.
So it was 2 or 3 years wahamba and
never came
so
back.
when I saw Nompilo, besithanda itiye sasizithombe stand ukuya ko Haifelis was our place.
Yeah.
So we walk in there. I think ngangilende emini kwangikhona from Malawi. So ritual was antu kungekho ngamajita lawo asamention at and it's on you obviously.
Yeah, it's on, because ngole mali like bro.
So we go there. I think kwaku late afternoon. As we walked in there, I saw her, and for a moment I was like, "What? How come angaze ngimbone usisi lo la umucha or what?" But I realized no, kakho mucha. Maybe amanye amalanga lawo I was preoccupied in ways I don't know.
Like
but this day I was like, yo.
Yeah.
So we sit down Lamajita, do our order. I then say to my friends, not even to her, I mnusiswana ya fisukuti. We all laugh.
Yeah.
But knowing my friends, they then stand up, Simon Los, the willing. Babesema khosi bonke. Bafika lapana sebethenga i-confectionery or whatever we were buying sesishama takeaway. Bamtshela ukuthi uyabona uThomo ekulwana uthe ngelinye ilanga ufuna ukuthatha. And I think I took it as a joke,
yeah.
Because I never said a thing to her.
Yeah.
But I then made sure that every day ngiyahamba eHefelis. And I'll be honest with you, babe ngena ama shifts ngase ngikwazi lapha ngena khona ekseni nalapha ngena khona
emini. Timetable yakho usiya.
Yena engantshela. So you know uyabusafuna ukubona ukuthi
yikho yini plus futhi ule trauma of secret yethu la.
Not necessarily that. Uyabona usisilaba abasebenza endaweni lezi ezingena abantu bonke. Vele osisa abasebenza front, they make sure ukuthi bale smile or bahle or balayitha so on. So nxa ungumjita onjengami, before uwele you are also thinking kulamanye amajita futhi
maningi amajita sengenewe fla amhlekelele ngendlela mningi and into efana into sihlala siyikhuluma lo member wami lapho uthi singahamba like sithole maybe kulo cashier like or umuntu oseva ethilini lapha nemohle like i-conclusion yethu you are like but bro cabanga ukuthi umuntu lo bangaka abantu asebesmilele like when what do you think yini important ngawe
ukuthi mina
like when ngosunga
that was the same with me.
Yeah.
Besides ukuthi mina wangikhona sengwele, I had that thing yokuthi no. And kulamajita engcinya ngcono futhi ale chankura wesi kulami.
So vele wazi
lapha ukuzifake no. Ngiyaba lenye i-heart break ewesi. Mana ke ngathi ngiyafaka i-pause. But you know, nxa ungathanda umuntu nje, something keeps pushing you there.
Yeah.
So every day I would go lanxa ngingalamali I would rather say emajiteni hey asihlanganiseni phela ukuthi sihambe siyofika at least imbone phela ukuthi awufa.
But nxa lihamba laphana, like, do you interact like or?
Yes. Ngase ngiqala na ukuba lesibindi anti sokuthi ungafika lapha ngithi olazi thini sharp no sharp uyabona like yeah
khona
ngalezana nsuku awungakala bo WhatsApp phela ukuthi ngizathi ngike inamba
ngizanza kufayela WhatsApp
member direct contact baba o kumela kunika iphone number ubhala imessage liyane so but lokuthi sacina sivumane njani I think la ngizabuza yena ngelinye ilanga but eventually savuma
ukuthi ngoba isituation yana ukuthi kwenzakala uthi lokho lihlangana kwazi ngoba
I think umuntu uyabona la
yabe sebona umuntu
ukuthi lichomle ingathi serious and engala sure lakho ukuthi serious to what level and also she never knew what I do like literally.
Okay.
Even as a girlfriend, it took a year or two. Ukuthabe kwazi ukuthi uthi umlo vele udila ngani.
Ukuthabe kwazi or to understand ukuthi kahle kahle.
Uyabona ukuthi mina I'll be honest with you. I keep my life separate from my work seriously.
Okay.
So if you don't know and if you don't ask, I will not
also ukhuluma.
Angikhulumi. Ngambomba ukuthi kuye ngelinga next week angikho ngiya eBotswana. Sharp. Sabonana ngaphenduka. Ngiphenduke. Until iira kaMakorokoza. She still didn't know, but then every time nxa ngihamba la people would stay abanye ba scream abanye and she started wondering
what's happening.
Why nxa ngihamba la abantu
lokho bethalaza
funny and ngathi no angikwazi at first nganhlala ngithi lama ngikwazi maybe bakhangela mina bakhangele wena bethi asi you know how people are.
I feel like it's a blessing ukuba lo muntu onjalo like ongani like akakwazi ukuthi kahle wenzani ngani. I feel like experience engiyifisayo ukuthi ngithi ngihamba lo muntu wami abantu belokhe bembingelela like yabo because
okay uchomlo
thina sebesihamba labo bayebekwazi ukuthi vele wenzani like into kwakhona kula that.
I'm sure kunye lie it's also to do with her upbringing and the work she did. So wangasomuntu we TV and this no she
was relaxing
well chilled. So up until one day I just said to her Thursday nge Tuesday and ungafika endlini between this time and ubukele iTV just nje
bukele iTV
just nje. So she got the shock of her life.
What?
So this dude
ngijola le rockstar so alizwanga mina.
So from that time she then knew ukuthi no guy lo okay so this is him. But then okunye you were thinking umuntu angabakwazi maybe uzachinja maybe uzaqala no she never
selama expectations
but no she never changed.
I remember watching Amakorokoza ngise primary school. Angise primary school mfuna ungiconfirmele ukuthi into le yiyo yini kumbe mina ekhanda lami kwafika into engayisiyo nxa ngikhumbula ngoMakorokoza. But there was a point where Mzambani, the character we were playing, was having a fling Lotash.
A fling.
Angazi mbe babejola or babengani ba metsane saidini.
You know the story, if I remember well, was saying Utashi is struggling to conceive.
Okay.
Like so now ukuthi nguye oyele problem or it's the hubby Dr. Pumza, no one knew. But yena somehow wanted to have umntwana. Now okungumzambane laye babe ngathi okungomakorokoza ngalesiyana sikhathi angazi abakathesi kukhona vele kuyaphila into yabo sugar mama
Benton
ikhona liyananto. So umzambane as a character I think wayehawukela nje Utashi, although kwaku difficult ukuyamfinyelela ukuthi manje how do I even get close to her. basebejwayelana ngestory to a point that yena ke uTashi started to play in a way yayenza ukuthi umzambane la ananzelela ukuthi no man
ngani yangeneka lapha
ngiyakwanisa ukuba sezintweni and ngiyabe ngikorokozela itops man
korokozela itops
ngchaya ngomfazi kadoko
weda
so yes babe lokuyinto kwabo dokwa kungani kusattle kungakho out there
so bewenti ngiyakhumbula like mbijana
yeah uyakhumbula
like yeah I remember because I feel like ama scenes lawana abephuma ku TV we so ngathi soqale kuba le intimacy yikho lapha abadala sebekukhangela awkward
so
like lawe
ngamanzi
lawe sisenza ingane sisenza something
yeah actually there was a rap scene kuMakorokoza yeah well but it was the characters like Dashi lo Mzambane there was a rap scene and
but that was a big show that was a big show if ububukela iZBC bekunini umnyaka
1990 2000 and what
2005 2004 2005
yes 4 5 6 7 yes
yes if you were watching EZBC during those times and you watched Amakorokoza and you still remember a character by the name Umzambane now like how was the reception that time of the show
baba if Amakorokoza had happened now like now mina ngicabanga ukuthi Umzambane would be brand ambassador of literally all these big corporates honestly Lotashi wake of course because I remember at some point Croco Motors wanted to do something with us angazi ke dynamics le politics the industry but Amakorokoza was a big thing. It opened a lot of doors for us. Unfortunately, maybe then okunye uyabunga kunanzelela ukuthi this is an opening and wethuke sokulate ukuthi if only but the beauty of Amakorokoza even up to now generations that watched Amakorokoza njengawe still open ways for us. People still resonate with Umzambane so much ukuthi ngiyathuka kwezinye indawo ukuthi you still remember Umzambane
bro ngitshela ukuthi abadala ngithe sithi ngiyahlala phansi lo Zenzo Nyathi they're like mbani yena lo mina Umzambane okay like I want ukuthi I character liyana and the show as a whole yaba le influence yokuthi up to this date bakhona abanye abantu abalokhe bekukhumbula like that.
That's the truth. A friend from the UK was asking, is it possible to get this thing on Netflix now? And I was like, angazi lokuthi ngaphi but yeah, well.
Because like YouTube I don't think it's there.
It's not there.
Yeah, it's not.
But
it has to be. It has to be there, bro.
Online, but ngasi ku YouTube ngasenzi.
Yeah, with YouTube you can actually pull it up. Yeah.
Because everyone is just asking, what happened? Ingaphi? Can we? And you're like, angazi, I wish I had the answers, but mina bengi actor man, so you are limited. I don't know. I also
the admin,
you know, kwesinye isikhathi la uyabufisa ukuzibukela. Because when we were doing the shooting and all, there was no time for you to watch. While others are watching, mina ngisekangeni ngiyashoot.
Wenza kunye bro.
Because we were shooting literally every day and there's no time like
get out le shoot
and my location yet we outskirts amaningi angona especially the Amakorokoza beats magangeni and so umuntu ngeThursday uyavuke kubona ngeFriday ekseni sikhayizo le episode yani ibingayenzi nje
and that time when I was which episode ebukele
thina beshoot episode 48 ukuba 17 so it's but no we had a good time.
But in terms of like the production, was it like up to standard or zikhona izinto ezazileka ama resources to compromise some things or it was a fully finished production house? And
I would say fully but ngingafaki finished because everything was there in a sense. But you'd find things like costumes, props, sometimes you need to provide for yourself. Because like Tina, eskule old school. Ezinye i-props ngiyazicabangela mina. This will work for me. My character would need this. Your costumes, you need to think, although the production house would try find some things for you, maybe when osweleyo. But half the times, especially costumes, how you play around your character and blend, it was up to you, the actor, to figure out and find it. Your new production house will take care of the major things like your cameras and all are fine. That's their business. But there's always something lacking with us.
Yeah.
And it's happening even up to now. So we are still trying to get there.
Still a learning curve.
Yeah, the sad part is we learn the offer, but
Stala sifunda kuphela.
but ufunda kuphela.
Do you still like interact with some of the cast members from Amakorokoza up to this day? Or?
Yes.
Obani?
U-AK, ubhekilizwe Ndlovu, part of the Bulldogs, Utashi, Uterezia, who else?
Okay, well, Teresa. Teresa, such a fun.
Ntokozo lapana?
Yes, Umakulumo, yes.
Yeah,
We still,
Ntokozo.
that's my mom. We still talk.
Yeah.
Natasha.
I remember Ntokozo was giving like rich aunt vibes.
Exactly.
Yes.
We still
Snake.
talk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Snake, yeah.
We still,
Bro,
yeah.
He's there.
Yeah, he is, but like we saying,
Zakutshela one hectic story about Snake, bro. Snake, I
Offline.
think wayehlala eGobaland.
at some point.
At some point wayehlala eGobaland, bro. And yabona khona khanti ngibembukele episode yange-Thursday. And azi ukuthi wayenze noSnake ku-episode lana, but wayenza into engathi like iyathusa. Wayengathi i-character lana engathi
Yeah,
iyethusa.
he was tough.
uSnake bro wabetshaya edlula phambi kwelokuzini kweyard, like edlula nje ezidlulele endleleni ezihambela. Irun engayitshaya nje endlini. Ubuya phela ukhefuzela, uyini uhambe njani? Mbona uSnake.
No, but kunjalo. Some people thought it's who you are and how you are. People could not differentiate between the character and the person.
Yeah.
I will tell you a classic ngami inhlupile for the longest of times. Uyabona mama labana batshintshwa imali. Wale mali eziningi labana batshintshwa imali labana babehlezi labana bathi yeah. Omama labana after seeing me fleeing Lotash, they started thinking I'm into older
Women.
Yeah, well. Ngadubeka kakhulu. And kwakubuhlungu ukuthi abanye bakhona would even say it out ngihamba lo nkosikazi.
Nkosikazi.
Yeah, to say jana la lo thina sile mali we can actually look after you better.
Kumphathe njani unkosikazi when all that is happening?
You know, maybe that's why ngibo bathi nguNompilo. Immediately after ezwisisa ukuthi ngenzani. Ezinye izinto it's one of those. It became like, okay, I know. Vele nxa ngihamba la ngiyakwazi ukuthi uza comment umunye uza so that's it, it's fine.
Nguzwe usithi as industry like Kobulawayo doing whatever we do, there is still some learning which is happening, and learning yankhona unfortunately to some is ibafice like sebefile. In your opinion, do you think that there is some form of gatekeeping that's happening? Gatekeeping in the sense yokuthi there is a middleman who is trying to dictate who gets gigs in terms of theater gigs, filming gigs, or even the corporate side.
Well, I think in some Barenyana, at some point I thought that way. But then I was saying, no, angla problem lama gatekeepers, even if bakona or abako. Every industry needs them actually. For an industry to be successful and grow, it needs gatekeepers, so there is order. But with us, akula order vele for starters, angithi. So even if you gatekeeper umengabi because akula gate vele.
Yeah.
So
Aliko kula yard.
So igethingelana
egcekeni. But kukhona abanye bethu who think that way. Ukuthi there are some people who mina ngikholelwa nje ukuthi kukhona abantu aba-influential. People who would say, suppose the ByoPodcast / Ingxoxo wants to do something somewhere. Bese bethi lapho elihambe khona wanting to do what you want to do. Bese bepong no, we'll come back to you. Lina nxa liphuma bese besala besenza their background check. in people they know are in the game.
Okay.
Ukuthi ake lisitshele, do you know of these youngsters abazithi bangobani bani?
Bahle bathi,
Lwana ngathi no dala bana ngike ngayenza la bilokuzeni kwaba iflop.
into khona, like,
That's the reality of things.
I feel like kube vele ingxoxo le, like i-interview le siyenze singabu like ubuza abanye abantu like abangasaziyo like abahlala bebukela ama snippets bathi ubuza nje uthi can I go to that show bebezahle bethi
Waqala.
because I don't wanna lie, we have some like episodes where umuntu omdala angenza ke vele like take 10 minutes ahlathi sus, but we also have conversations anje, so like to try and accommodate everyone. Yabo. So kuma discussions wona lawana ngiyakwazi ukuthi vele bakhona vese abazakhuluma good, but bakhona futhi abanye abazakhuluma badly.
That's how we are. But mina ngicabanga ukuthi Bulawa is open for business. Okutsho our first number one man. Yes. We are open for business. If only people can learn ukucomplimentana. Nangilanda bale support. I've always said that ukuthi angidingi support kakhulu ema-artisting because they are also looking for the same support I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So ukuthi show yami izogcwala ama-artists atan support. It's okay, but for me now,
it's not really.
You are not my ideal support. Mina linganisupporta ngokufaka ipost yami kuma status enu and make noise about my show. Bese kubuya labane sibadingayo. The corporate, the people that run things to come and see what we do. Then I'm talking support. Then ubusungitshela ukuthi ubani uya gatekeeper. Wait, vulela ki gate wela ki wind. La ubusuli gatekeeper, it's okay. Angila problem lakho mina because angikholwa we are unique ba.
Yeah.
Ungazi umvimbele ngapha. What I do is not what you do.
Yeah.
Ngizathuthela ngapha futhi.
Yeah.
So kusizana. But esikudinga as an industry is the order.
Order.
Yeah, man.
So do you feel like ungavile order konoki yilo bridge elikhona between the artists and corporate side that can actually put in money in what we're doing?
Very true. And when we get to that, our National Arts Council has a role to play. A big role to play. In as much as tina kumele sibele order as artists. In Kalakata challenge, we love working in silos. I just want to do my little bit here. Someone else wants to do their little bit there.
Yeah.
What happens if we merge our ideas, collaborate, do something massive? It might take a bit of time, but it will attract bigger crowds,
different
bigger
people
and different people. Once we do that, I think Arts Council has a mandate now to make sure that in terms of structures, in terms of policies, there is something for the arts, not only on paper, but something.
But even in action,
Indabi lapho. Siyahlala ama-meetings, sihlala ama-conference, si-strategize, siyenza ama-structures.
But in action.
See? Lihlale futhi 5 years down the line, they call you for the same thing again. Because it is sihlala sifunda size siyofa.
Yeah.
But the practicing part dololo.
Yeah, was.
Yeah, but there's no denying ukuthi you've been successful in what you do, and we have a number of awards endlini to prove that. Which one do you think yaba more important to you from the number of awards that you've gotten as an
I think
artist?
My first NAMA, that was my very first NAMA, National Arts
Merit Awards. Yeah. National Arts
my
Merit
very
Awards.
first. I'll tell you why. It was at a time when Ilizwe was kanimali yethu yayisenzani lapha. Imali yethu yayiqalisa ukuba nga ithi namhlo yakule 500 then kusasi 500 ayisayi 500 then
2008ish.
I got my first NAMA earlier than that.
Hard.
I think it was 2004. 5. Yes.
Oh yeah, but go the first period of that.
Yes. So the currency wasn't bad, but this is what I had said to my late director. I want to be the first millionaire actor in my breed of actors. So he was like, Nyathi, first millionaire. I was like, yeah, I says akula akasekwenzakala lokho. Ngathi,
Akusuke
no, I
kwenzakala.
want to be that first guy. So when I was nominated for the very first Nama and won the gong eventually, my paycheck was $1 million. Yeah, it was $1 million.
And usuthutsha sikhuluma
So
ukuthi
2 days down the line, ngase ngibuya kuye ngathi Mhlanga, remember when I said I want to be the
the
first?
first millionaire.
Done.
Nance.
I am a millionaire, like.
Yeah.
And then uba millionaire kwakusaye thusanyana. Now uba ngopopai, you keep it a bank thinking ngisacabanga ukuthi
Ngiyenzeni imillion yami? Because I'm a millionaire now.
sakwanile cell phone. But yeah, I was a millionaire.
But nxa singayi like faka in terms of currency esiyisebenzisa right now, which is
There's a
the
lot there.
US dollar, like just to estimate ukuthi
I think-
a million that
I
time
think
maybe
labana
imali.
ngaba 1,000. Yeah, because I did quite a bit for myself and my family. That's the truth.
Nice.
And Mina, I think drive wasn't the million bit. You know, National Arts Merit Awards then were still very new, and they were like, phew, my God. Nominated, Nama, yo. That alone, you travel across South Africa and just say, I'm a Nama nominee, you are
You're
treated
done.
differently. Phela, what more when you are
The winner.
ngiyakhumbula ukuthi mina ngiqala ukuthowa i-profile le-CV yayisiqalisa ukuthi award winning ani ayisaphomba ukuthiwa iZenzo Nyathi no
Award winning.
winning. First time I get to Zambia with some cast, I was given my own shuttle. Yeah, phela ngeke uhambela laba. You are an award winning.
When award winning,
So-
there are levels
Then
to
you
this
realize
thing.
ukuthi, so in some countries kule prestige, kule this thing ngakho
That
ukuthi-
time when i-country yakho akukho khona.
abalandaba kade umchova so
Yeah.
siyafanana ukuthi ula kwakho lokho. But in some places even up to now when they read your profile for a moment they stop there. Yeah, bese bethi sicela usukume kancane so that people can see ukuthi uguy wangikhona ngoba bese bebona usukume ipiece engaka. And now i-profile ayisathi ukuthi award winning isisithi multi award
winning. Gathathanga kawani
I
ukuthi-
know. And yeah, so yeah. But for me, it was my first Nama. Amanye lawa came, yes, we celebrated, we had fun. It's always good to be appreciated. We thank the Lord, we thanked everyone that support. But Liani Akal, I think the first cut is always the deepest.
Yeah, it's always the deepest.
Yeah.
Were there any like mentors or role models who shaped the person you are right now, or they are still doing it even to date?
There's quite a number. Abanye, unfortunately, langaze ngikhulume labo. Ngiyafisa someday. But kulabanye abantu engithi mbalandela, whether be it online or their stories, you are mentored. Even engekho kuwe la. I'll give an example of Strive Masiwa. I've followed that guy since I was, I don't know. He's one guy for me engathi, hey, this is a true hustler, man. This guy hustles and into yakhe nxa eyifuna he goes for it. Then the Guguma arts circles, there are people like the late Makei TKs. There's so much I learned from him, although he was totally a different person from
what you saw.
for me now, it was the lessons more than anything else. Then Utogo Zulu, well, she's the woman that used to be part of Amakorokoza's writers. She was actually the chief writer, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, the concept was hers too.
Okay.
Yes. Then currently, Gulo, she's a prof now, Professor Lindy Omajelesban. She's my mother. She's not into arts, but she makes sure I'm on track always. But like
All
I
the
say,
time.
online, baneng kakhulu.
Baneng.
You're raised on Bayas, your memory Kumbotas, your Simon Mambazos. They all, in a way, groom me. Bakachana, Oslang Rodlo, but in a way, they have also contributed in who I've become and whom I still am striving to be as a person because kukhulwa kokuphela anti. So yeah, but baneng. Then my wife is not only a role model, but my wife is more like a backstage. Yabona le?
Backdrop.
Yes. Yeah. She's like that. She makes sure everything is beautiful for me.
Yeah.
She's one person that supports Mali or no Mali, she will be there. She's my number one fan. I remember one time Sebulawa Theatre or Memory wanting to premiere a show. Memory said, no, we cannot start until Afig.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, says, yeah. But as long as angakafiki lo, so yeah, she's that person.
Gen Z, shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. Like we appreciate them for that. I've seen some of the skits you do, like currently, like angazi ukuthi mbani kulo member ejali ukwenza la esoligqoka ama informana ama police.
Oh, Alec.
Those are like I've seen you touch on some of maybe political matters that are happening in the country. Alesabi.
No, siyesaba. I think sonke siyesaba.
Asisaba.
Yeah, but okunye you are like akulanto embi engikhulumile because I think most of our skits talk to what is happening, what we see.
Alila information a back door like
no, it's not like sitshelwa ngubani ukuthi no, it's things we just see and we say so do you think it was but yeah, that's how it is. But siyesaba mngani wami. Umuntu uyesaba. And we try hard not to really tell icons zabantu that much.
But I feel like, don't you think ukuthi content lena yemnandi lana like yikho kule juicy yonke because let we experience the same thing. You would find ukuthi kulamanya kule episode esake sathi si record we're like boys
sasenza
makufarisa
so singatshelwanga
like so don't sathi lapha sizachaya sabe sicija.
No, it's what people love or like to hear what ngitsho njalo because yi reality but I think weakness or challenge yethu manje anti kuyabe kuyimlawe la sisenza ukubachazayo ngayo
bechazeka ubone
nxa mina lawe sesile problem
sebechibilika
sesisalele futhi sisodwa kanti bona vele babe sithi uzaphetha ngani bona babe bona ngani lapha yini
yabe sokuyi justice for Zenzo.
Exactly. But justice for Zenzo lingale khatshana lo ezihambele emzini wakhe and just post ka 1 or ka 2 but yasonke siyesaba even laba basibukele bayesaba.
But at least we get normally sesaba lathi siyesaba but sizaqhubeka.
Yeah, that's the whole
akula plan.
Vela sibuyele move.
Like usuyenzile konke lokho usukwenzile. You've been in the game for I think over 19 years now, yeah?
30.
I come for 92, it's over 30. Dog.
Over 30?
Yeah.
It's over 30. It's over 30 years in the game. How does theology come into the picture now? Like kufika njani ukuthi uyenza lokho kwenzayo usungumfundisi futhi.
Okay. So, I think vele ngizalelwe nje emulini ele background yeSkristu. My mom every Sunday bese church team.
Yokuhanje church, yeah.
Ngomama that is. Umdala engcenye once or twice a year, but umasalu it was that. But then theology now. iBible bese lisithi my people perish because of lack of knowledge. So ngase ngisibala leyo nto to say how does then one become God's creation without really understanding and knowing what the Creator is saying or doing? I then said, no, it's important ukuthi umuntu ayofunda azwisise nje. Isingakabala ukuthi ngifuna uba umfundisi or ngizaba ngumfundisi, but ngangifisa nje ukuzwisisa, ukuqedisisa. Scriptures are living or alive when you then understand them. It's different from just reading how Matthew uthi uJohn uthi, but when you learn, understand, uzwi perceptions abanye abantu besudinga ke iclarity kuye umnikazi.
usukubona wena ukuthi kuwe wena kungena njani kuyakusebenzela yini futhi
exactly because in the challenge now I've lost quite a number of gigs in some areas where people say but umKristu manje lapha
akusuke kuvume
and you're like I'd rather lose the gig than lose my being, so it's okay.
Because I was about to ask you, how then does it influence what you do, go art and theater?
It does.
Now that so theology in the picture.
It does, but then okusalayo angithi singabantu. I still am an actor before all these other things. And this acting that I'm doing is God-given. And the Bible will tell you that in the beginning, He created. It means Him, God, was a creator just like me and you. So what's stopping us from creating? Nothing. But now so depend on this creator in for ubani, njalo njalo. What I do now is to be somewhat selective. Not saying okwabanye ku wrong, but if I feel it's against my beliefs
or your principles,
ngiyaxolisa. Angitho ukuthi lingakwenza. I just say ngicela lapha lingixolele kancane because akusahambelani lalokho engikukholelwayo. Abanye kubazondise, abanye kubajabulise, but impilo injalo. I don't do it for them, I do it for me at the end of the day. Yeah.
Powerful.
Yeah, but hey, Bible limnandi.
I feel like lami kunika like a different perspective. Bengazange kukhangele that way. Ukuthi studying theology just to understand wena for yourself. Maybe ukuba ngumfundisi so ngabuya phambili in the picture, but you're doing it wena just to understand the way to which he influence njani in your day-to-day life.
Exactly.
Because mina vele mawuthi theology ngizithi mfundisi. Ngizithi mfundisi.
Kuqakathekile ukuqedisisa. It's just like your family tree. Ukuthi uzatshela ukuthi uyihlo omkhulu wakho ngusibani banyana, then ukhulu wakho kungusibani banyana, then ubaba wakho, then wena, then
in the process abantu bona labana kulezi zinto abazenzayo.
Exactly. So once you know that,
you're good to go.
Phela.
And in closing, what advice would you give someone who is seeing you for the first time, someone who knows you from way back? Omunye chayisane lawo just because ubukele i-podcast lay and sifike lathi to this point because we've been talking for some time. What advice would you give to a person listening or watching you right now?
I would say, for starters, just do you. But for you to do you, you need to find yourself. Find what makes you tick. What is it that you love? What is it that you want? Ungenzi izinto ngepressure because someone else is doing them. I think ikwesilahleka kona, be it kuma arts, corporate or wherever. Just find you and do you. Akulanto kuthiwa impossible. It's just a matter of time. Okunye asla patience or isineke. So kuhlanyela sineche and eventually harvest. Abanye sifuna ukuhlanyela namhla harvest. And ikoso kusichayelele phansi inengi lethu. People would ask me, how have you survived the arts all this long? You know, the arts has survived me because ngilaso isibindi sokuhlanyela. Bese ngilinda phela kuhlume, and while ngilindile I nature ngiyafaka fertilizer ngiyathintini.
Plus uyahlanyela futhi kwezinye indawo.
Awumi vele, awumi, ungami. Mina I'm proud to say to you, I have students in over 16 countries making it big. Bigger than even me now. But when you check their profiles and resumes, it's because of this guy. That's why I'm doing 1, 2, 3. So, but asonto engihamba ngizithaya izifuba.
Uthi mina limbone kwaba
angeni lapho nguye le talenta lakhe, mina ngafika kuphela ngancedisa here and there, lami ngafaka umanyuwa kancane kwahamba. So do you?
I was having a conversation with one of my friends. The city 1 + 1 ngu 2. 0 + 2 ngu 2 futhi answer. Like impilo I think ukuthi just because wena 1 + 1 usebenze kuwe doesn't mean ukuthi mina kimi yakwanisa ukuthi ngithi 0 + 0 + 0 + 0 + 2 = 2.
Yeah. Manje yami classic wami 1 + 1 11.
One time. Do you have any?
Yeah. So for me now, that's how it is. The more the merry. So like Linala, if it was only you and me here without him, I think ngawuchaza. But abangamboni ukuthi ukhona are just thinking it's just me and you. And
Siyazixoxela.
ukhona ngayo.
Whenever vele bese ngifuna ukuthi like, do you have any question for him before we close?
We wrap it up.
Yeah.
Let me see. In terms of our, and I know this could be a sad segue, but like in terms of Amakorokoza, like especially when a legacy akolayo, do you feel like are you giving your flowers? Is the Bulawayo industry like honoring you guys, especially because there's a lot of you. Some are even Umachaiva and Arisa States. We're supposed to be having him here,
But
enjoying legacy and things like that.
angazi ukuthi i-problem kaBulawayo or i-problem yethu or I don't know, but there is something amiss there. In a small way, yes. Bulawayo is appreciating. Bulawayo has always appreciated, but Bulawayo also slacks behind in many ways. Angazi ukuthi is it a Bulawayo problem? Is it a people's problem? Is it an artist's problem? But kungani nje Bulawayo uyadonda in everything he does. Uthi usu successful somewhere, they start claiming
Catch
you.
on, yeah. But Mandela was what? It's bigger than us.
That's the truth.
Ngathi ku spiritual.
Yeah, it could be spiritual because sometimes once I do something elsewhere, people of Bulawayo are the first ones to make noise.
To congratulate you,
Hey,
yes.
umuntu wethu, hey, come to Bulawayo. Can we do this as Bulawayo?
I'm a local artist lawo. Benzani bangasitshela Nomgcini lama podcast abo la.
Exactly. And you're like, but asithi Mgcini namhlanje interview maybe Mgcini.
Yeah.
Because I think he podcast abantu abaningi abayixotshanisa.
Yeah.
I interview la namuhla. Li flight in 2, 3 or 4
Mama.
days. Angena ama billion views and viewers. You become their boy. Everyone wants to claim a piece of you.
Mgcini is our boy, bro.
Versus in Twilight,
Bro, we've been watching that podcast, be shooting your phone.
Exactly.
That time
But when
says la camera on 5.
Yeah. But when you ask for support, and I've always said this, sometimes when artists cry for support, asifuni my handouts, asifuni kuqoqoda ema-office nabantu sithi sicela ama-dollar. It's not what we are asking for. Because I believe corporates can only function ngathi, you guys, the artists, we all need each other.
Yeah.
Abasenzeli ma favor, no. But
Bastinga.
that's the thing.
Bastinga.
That's the thing. But ekudingweni kwakho ngantu wathi nayithi esidinga kakhulu ucina la udinwa uthi hey bantu asizenzeleni esikwenzayo ngaze kuye abantu abango-3 I'm happy.
Wow.
Like currently I have a show that's touring Africa. I recently came back from South Africa. I booked a festival. It's headed for Botswana soon. Hopefully before Christmas I'll be in Namibia, then come back rest. But it's a show that we intend to take across the world because it's touching on pertinent issues, especially the issue of climate change. It's a one-hander. It's called An Act of Man. And
Shut up, bro.
it's doing massive work.
We really wish you all the best as the ByoPodcast in Ngoxo 99, and now that usubuyile la, like usisibone ukuthi singabantu abashaba,
You know.
like singabantu abagrand.
Yes.
Mbani umuntu ofuna ukumbona ekhona lapha sihleli la phansi nje besihleli la kanjani
There's
abafike ekhanda ubena.
manje i-challenge yena abanye selivele labaye. But I would love to see not only artists, maybe a footballer.
Yeah.
Quickly ngizicabangelo Esrom. I'll tell you why off air. I know umfana wekasi okhulele ekasi made it big in SA, big now. It would be nice to hear his story as well.
Yeah.
Especially for uku-inspire lama football amanye akhulayo. And probably current breed yama players, your teenage hardebes, your youngsters abakhona karesi angisalandeli ibhora match angazi indaba man. I remember lisachazi.
Hayi badlala idoti abafana. Badlala idoti.
Short ka Ezrom lense. Cameroon.
La uyayikhumbula vele.
Yeah.
So those are, Then maybe Gumatis, guys like Obo Memory Kumbota, we have learned so much from them. He's a cool guy. Then maybe ngapa ku visual and what guys like Abo Owen Masego, they have so much stories to tell. I know. Oh yeah, who else? Nzamudinga diverse. Yeah, there's this guy I know, Liamazi. His stories are getting his bamba bits and pieces. He was one of our youngsters school at Nemakos. Uzithi Dr. Kasolo gates. Mazlankata. He has a story to tell, I know. Yeah.
So I know from abantu abakhulumileyo lapha, what we'll try to do, Tina, is to get them on the show. When you came to the show, sahlala la phansi wahamba, but isifuna ukuthi ube into leyana ukuthi you came to the show, you referred us to some people, la uhlale phansi ubabukele endlini. Otherwise, thank you very much for coming.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu for having me.
Cool.
It was a blast. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. His stories bad. Even the next, after 2 years, you can still call me.
Yeah, I feel like Vele Lapas Dizivu part 2. Part 2.
As pale.
Part 2.
Because you're such a great storyteller.
Bembiele mbuzo angisebenzisa.
Just talked.
So next time we're using imbuzo yami.
That's cool.
To share stories Zenzo Nyathi. Thank you very much. If you're tuning in for the first time, this is the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this episode. Thank you very much.
Yeah, share.
Me off. I know you from the inside out. We do some real talking at my mama's house. We finna get something for $1. We might just head home in a Honda. But are you ready? I am ready. Don't keep me waiting. I'm okay. I'm just minutes away. You can come any day. You can come and we play. But are you ready?